What is up, everybody? This is Nick, and welcome back to the Valetics Podcast. Good news, and the point of this podcast is that the gyms are back open. So something obviously that I am very excited for. I'm assuming a lot of people who haven't been able to go to the gym are obviously very excited for. I am specifically located on the East Coast, over in Hoboken, New Jersey. So we were one of the last places, I'm pretty sure, to open up our gyms to an ability where people could actually go in and work out. So obviously very, very hyped about that. Point of this video that I want to talk about is not ego lifting to get yourself back to where you were pre-pandemic. So what ego lifting is, for those of you that don't know, essentially it's lifting an amount of weight for whatever workout it could be to try to appease yourself or people around you. Basically just doing something that you know you can't, but you want to just, I guess, just make yourself feel better or make yourself look better than you actually are. So that could come off in a couple different ways, and there's two things that kind of happen with ego lifting. First thing is, if you're ego lifting, most likely you can't do the weight that you're doing properly, or your form might be a little off, so that's not helping you in general for later down the line, or even for other lifts. Like if you're doing your bench press wrong and then you go to do another workout after and your bench press and your form was completely off, you could have tweaked other muscles and you might not be able to do that next workout with the same type of intensity that you could have. Second thing that could happen, and probably the more serious of the two, would be you could actually hurt yourself. Now, if you're doing something wrong, right, whether it be anything in life, if you're doing something wrong, especially something that involves like weight, you could hurt yourself really badly. So this isn't even just for like an ego standpoint, this is just like in general. Like if you're doing a lift wrong in the gym, you still got to be careful. It doesn't matter how long you've been there, whether it be a couple months or a couple years. If you're lifting something wrong to appease someone around you or even just yourself, that's not a good thing. Now, have I been in the place where I've ego lifted? 150%. Sometimes when I would go to the gym after like missing a week or even missing like 2 weeks, and I would try to lift, my main muscle group that always fails me if I don't go consistently is my chest. So I always lose my mind, get really angry when I can't lift the amount of weight that I was doing previously, and that's affected me in the past. Now, going into the gyms now, I very much assumed that I wasn't going to be able to lift the same amount of weight that I was bench pressing pre-pandemic, right? So I knew that coming in, so I was a little bit more chill about it. And to be completely honest with you, I've been working my way up for the past 2 to 3 weeks now that the gyms have been open, and honestly, I've seen a very steady increase. Haven't been getting mad at myself, and just have been going through the motions, making sure my form is right, and everything I do on the side, whether that be eating properly, getting the right night's sleep, and just making sure that I'm like ready to go for the gym when we do lift chest for that day. And I've seen some great results with that. So the point of this video is that don't ego lift, right? It's gonna take some time. Most likely, there's probably some one-off people that are watching this or have heard about ego lifting before that don't get affected by this. If you're one of those people, that's awesome. I am not one of those people, so my lifts do get affected, and I'm someone that does take it very seriously. What I recommend to you, take it slow, get your form back, get your lift back, and then over time, you're going to get back to where you want to be, and you're going to feel a lot better, because most likely your form's going to be better, and you're going to be able to not necessarily plateau at a spot that you may have in the past. If you're steadily increasing and you're slowly getting to where you used to be, you might even find yourself a little bit more relaxed, and you're going to be able to hit something that maybe you weren't able to hit in the past. So that's kind of what I wanted to touch on ego lifting. The last part of this video that I want to address is I'm wearing some Valetics gear, some new stuff you guys might not have seen. This is our gold orangish hoodie with our smiley logo on it. One of my personal favorites, right behind the black OG hoodie. Just wanted to thank everybody again for all the support that you've given to us, whether that be buying something, commenting something, or liking any of our posts in general. Obviously, we super appreciate it. If you guys have any, I wanted to open the field a little bit too for the next podcast. If you guys have anything specifically that you want to hear about, or any takes, or any opinions or any topics that you kind of want us to cover on these podcasts, please feel free to comment on this post or send us a message. We'd be happy to touch on it. But otherwise, I hope everyone is doing really well. I'm really happy that, our country and even the world is starting to really navigate through this thing, and hopefully we're able to get through it really soon, and we're able to get back to some sense of normalness, right? But besides that, hope everyone is staying safe, doing well. Until I see you next time, have a